Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome.
Hope you've enjoyed watching Lisa do her little bit. It's all good, yeah. Right, now I've got a little video to do because one, I wanted to say a big thank you. If you notice, see the new name badge? Yeah, look that. Okay, now
I've got one too.
Lisa's got hers. Look at this, look. We are
Flash.
matching. Look at this, new name badges. Thank you very much. Now, the thing is, we had an envelope come through the door today. Okay, just addressed to Lisa,
Yeah, to me.
and a little slip inside it saying,
Really nice.
right, can't have you without a name badge when you're doing your turning. For Lisa. So, and a smiley face. That is it. I don't know who
sweet.
this is from. I want to say
Yeah.
a big thank you.
Thank you.
To whoever you are, because actually that is absolutely fantastic. I
but
was
I
saying to
remember
Lisa
it.
about I needed to get a new badge.
Really nice.
I had that one was made up for me. I said I had to get a new one, and this is fantastic.
Yeah.
And a couple of extra bits in here. I mean,
This is my one, guys. I'm just
This
going
one.
to show you. Woo.
yeah. So and another one, a square. This is laser printed,
So good.
and then we got a couple more just of the
Discs.
UK woodcraft. Okay, and then I've got a couple here that have got my name, Glenn Teagle, on it. Woodturning the carpentry, and then another couple for Lisa Teagle, and Lisa Teagle Woodturning.
Hey.
So fantastic, but I don't know
Who sent
who
it?
they're from. I don't know who you are, and I would really like to be able to say thank you to
Yeah.
you. I know some people don't want to be mentioned on YouTube or things like that, so that's fair enough. I mean, if you'd like to just drop me an email,
Yeah.
you know, privately, and I'll just thank you very much. That's absolutely really appreciated.
Yeah.
Because we was actually saying about getting some laser
printed.
disc for the bottom of bowls and things like that, so that's absolutely fantastic. Right, so yeah, as I say, if you can drop me an email, it'd be really nice.
Yeah.
Right, my little jewellery box. Whoa, nearly dropped it. Right, my little jewellery box. Yeah. So afterwards I gave it a little bit of a white brown because it buffs up a bit better. It got so dusty and everything. And actually, on seeing it, I quite like it actually. It suits me, and what I've got it for is basically this guys, just my crap. This is
bling bling.
these sort of I have these sort of rings. See, these are for when I go for the golf.
Hang on.
Big old
Show
rings.
it nicely. Show it nicely.
What these?
Yeah.
There we go. Look,
Look at that.
and I have all these type rings, and yes, I've got more actually. Some of them they're up with my some of my clothes, which I've got my top hat and everything, and yeah, so some of them are in there. And then in this one, yes, I have all the other bits, like my skulls, some of my chains, like these ones. These are just things we like to do our bit. It's not so much goth. It's more we like, especially around Halloween time. We like all the dress up for the vampires and stuff like that. You know, we go to the Vampire Rock at the theatre, and you can dress up and get involved with it, and it's brilliant. Yes, we like all that sort of stuff. So we're very into all that. So that was what my jewellery box is for. Right, so I'm just doing a quick little. I just fancy doing a little bit of turning. I'm going to try and do this fairly quickish if I can. He says I intend to turn everything quick. Really, this is just another little bit of laburnum. It's got a couple of nice little holes where branches would be coming out, like twigs coming out there and there. I'm hoping to keep them in it. See what it's going to do. I'm going to do a bit with a spindle gouge. I think my spindle gouge is sharp. That looks fairly sharp. I'm sure that is. I don't think I've used that since I sharpened it. So I'll make a few cuts with whatever tools I use. Okay. I might actually start off with this bigger one first, actually, because that's quite a hard sort of bit. So I'll probably start off with that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Work it as I go along. You've all seen this one before. This is one of my very old ones. Okay, very nice, very solid, good tool. Could use a bowl gouge, but whatever, I'll just use whatever I use. So, quick mouthful of coffee.
Oh, I'll have a sip of tea.
and I will get going. Right, that's all on secure. It's only a small piece, it's not very big, so it should be all right. Turn it. I'm just going to start the lathe up and see what it does. Stand over here. Right, quite fast, okay. I'm at 2,500, so I'm just going to come in, take a few cuts. I'm going to stand this side. Nice tool, this one. Just going to move the tool rest in a bit. Not too much because I can still see I've got a bit there. Can't actually see where that's starting from. I think it's up. Just got a quick stop because I can't actually see. Right. Oh, that's a beautiful piece of wood. Look at that. That's going to have some nice bits. I haven't got down to that bit yet. I'm above the chuck where that is. So yeah, we're all good. Right. I'm just going to take a few more cuts like that on it. Come in. I'll stand that side at first, and I'll just do a few pushing that way because I don't know what's going to chunk off of it. Now I know it's all right. I'm just going to come in this way. It's ain't going to be very big. Right, we're going for this sort of rounded shape at the top. Right, fairly flat there. Right, I'm going to just put a foot on there for me to hold, okay? So it's nice and rounded. Well, I'm on the worm screw, so I'm going to move this out of the way a minute so I can just clean that bottom up, okay? Bit of a big chisel for doing that bottom. Right, I'm okay with that. Right, I'm not going to bring that back up at the moment. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. That's quite tight on that. As long as I don't do anything silly. Right, I'm going to just bring this round. Now, I want to just make sure I've got this dovetailed. Right, that's a nice little dovetail there. I think that's got a dovetail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Lisa's little dovetail tool she made.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm just going to come in here just to make sure There, that's all you have to do. Right, that's your dovetail, sorted. I'm not worrying about it being perfect. I might keep it, but I don't know. Right, and like I've said before, you don't have to worry about the shoulder. When it's a bowl, it's not necessary, okay? It doesn't have to be that dead flat shoulder. Right, I'm going to have a look up here and see where I am. Right, I've got that little bit of a hole there, which is nice. I like that. The other one seemed to think he was getting out of here. He didn't want to know. So, right, looking at that, I'd like to keep that, but I don't like that little bit of bark there. So, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come just down a little bit lower with my tool rest so I can hang my tool up. I'm going to take another little pass, see if I can get into that bark bit there. Right, I'm going to go with that. I want to keep that. I want to keep some feature in it, you know.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to leave that at that, and I'm going to do a little bit of sanding. I'm going to take this step centre out of the way, because otherwise I'm bound to catch myself on it. Right, and I'll put this tool back up, because I don't use this one for following it all. This is just for my roughing day. Fantastic, absolute fantastic spindle gouge for roughing day. You can see what it does. Okay, just like basically using a 3/4 inch bowl gouge, but spindle version. Right, okay. I've got my drill. Sorry, everything's understanding bad. Two stuck together. It is. It isn't. It is. No, it's not. Right. Starting with 180 grit. On my drill. Otherwise, that's set up. Right, see, I like this because I'm going to just stand that bottom of that, because what I might do when I've finished is I might turn it around, just leave that as a foot, but I've got a feeling I'm going to take that right off. See, I like this because it's not that it power sands, it's so quick. Sanding's over in no time. As you know, guys, I'm not one to spend too much time with sanding. And this will just be oiled. This Laburnum really just works best being oiled. It's so beautiful. well, I'll damage that. So I'm going to stop that. Stop that. Right, yeah, that's looking alright, that. It's got like little, where there'd be cracks or something. Well, not cracks actually, it's just marks in the grain. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit of oil on that. Now, just so it can have a little bit of oil on the, give it a chance to soak in while I'm hollowing. Yeah, that's nice. That's got some lovely grain to it. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Right, that's it. Take this off for a second, so I'm going to be turning that round. Oh, give myself a minute. Right, yeah. So, like I said, that is spindle gouge. You know, for that, because you tend to get 1/2 inch spindle gouge like these. You know, 1/2 inch spindle gouge, what they call 1/2 inch, because it's 1/2 inch sort of bar. You don't see a lot of 5/8 or 3/4 inch, you know, 3/4 inch spindle gouges, unless you go for these old ones. And like I've said before, I've shown you before, I've got a couple of them. See these old ones? I'll be gutted when these wear out. But you do see them come up. So if I ever see them come up, I buy them, I grab them, because they're fantastic for doing this sort of work. So get yourself a nice spindle gouge. I mean, I like do all the carbides and stuff like that, but I will always say, if you're going to do this sort of roughing down pieces like this, much better if you can use a spindle gouge or something like that. Carbide will do it, and it's nice if you've only got carbide, but I do go for spindle gouge as well. Right, let's see. Take this off. Oh, that's it. It's just lovely using it, a spindle gouge, and I find they're lovely to use. And bowl gouges, but bowl gouges, I have to say, I'm sorry, right, I might upset people, but I don't find them as good for this sort of work. I find a nice spindle gouge to be a lot better. Right, now, there you go. See, again, I'm not perfect, so I'm actually below what you'd call a perfect circle, but I've got enough. I've tightened them 1/4. That's it, because I'm not planning on keeping that. So, but that's got that. Okay, and again, because it's come just lower than a perfect circle, I've still got a bite on it, you know, the jaws are biting onto it. Right, now this is going to be interesting, because I've got this funny grain here. That's just a bit of wax. This is quite a dark piece. It's very dark, it looks old. It's antique looking.
Antique looking.
That's going to be quite nice, that. So, right, hollowing. Right, I will probably do a little bit with a spindle gouge just to get in at the top, and then I shall probably go over to a carbide. Okay, now I might use a 9mm, the 6mm. The 6mm is just that's got to be one of my all-time favourites now, and I probably will go to that. I could start off with it, but I just want to have a little go with the spindle gouge to see what happens. I don't think I'll do a lot with it. I'm going to put this light on for you so you can see. I'll move it around as we need to. Right, I'm going to start that up, step over here, because I am still quite fast. Right, that's all running nice and smooth. That's nice and true. So that means we've done our tenon nice. Right, okay. Right, I'm actually going to change over and use the 6mm carbide here because being this smaller, I want to get in. We'll get right in over here and come in here. Oh, I don't know, it's a bit straight for it actually. It's a bit straight for it. I've really got to come this way a bit because I want to go in there. Right, I'm going to just, I can't get the angle with it. I can't angle it in, so I'm going over to a 9mm. 9mm box hollow one. Just using it flat, I'm on centre, yep. I'm going to go in here. Very hard in here. I'll bring that light down. Can you see all right?
Yeah, perfect.
This is like I say, the best tool for the job, guys. Because of the steep sides going in that way and round, it's hard to do with spindle gouge or anything like that, and the carbide really is just the best tool to do the job. Now, like I said, the 6mm is awkward because there's just no way I can get on that bevel to come round, and I don't just want to pull cut. With the 9mm I can push cut with it, even though I'm using it flat, I can still push it in. Right, I've got a, yeah, still got a bit of depth to go. And to be honest, it's another winner really for the carbide there. See, I can push cut. Alright, it's not going to be the best of finishes. I can't even get all the dust out of it. But it won't be the worst. I've still got shavings coming out there. Well, the scrapings really, but what I can do in a minute is I can sort of roll it and come down and using the cutter backwards. Like I've said before, you can back cut with a carbide and get a nice finish. Now, I don't know what's going on with the rim, so I've got to stop and have a look. Right, I've still got quite a bit of thickness. I reckon that's going to come as a hole there, which is going to be nice. See now, even though that's with the cold, because I just did the back cut, okay, we've rolled over, we've got a beautiful finish there, we've got no tear out or anything. So that's nice. I'm going to try and keep this edge this way, but I want to get it thinner. Right. I like this bit on the top here, but I've got to get in here and get this. It's a bit thinner here, but I don't know how thin. So I've got that. I don't want to lose that bit if I can help it, because that's got a nice bit of patterning. So just looking at it and working out, right, okay, let's start. I think, to be honest, I'm gonna use a square carbide for a minute, just to allow me to get this thickness that I want here. I want this rim to be fairly thin. Yeah, I can see my finger through there, so that's good. Right, I can hear that hole. I can hear the hole there, so I reckon I must. Can't see through it, but there you go. Right, I'm just coming in a little bit here to get this. Right, I'm not going to do no more of the square because I've got to be careful, because obviously I taper that way. If I push down, I'm going to come through the side down here by using the square. Right, so we'll pop that back up. And what we're going to do, we're going to carry on with the round, the 9mm round, okay? So I want to get in on this side, I want it quite thin. Now I don't know whether you can hear that, I can hear that the way that hole is along the side, I can hear that. Now I'm rolling it and I'm push cutting on that. Well, I've not got my handle right down, but I've got my handle down a bit, and I'm pushing. I've got the tool rolled over, so I'm cutting on this top edge here. Bevel's on the back, so I've got bevel support, but on a push. It's what you can't do it with any other tools, but you can do it with a carbide. Oh, bit of vibration just there, right. Now that vibration is caused because I'm coming that way and I'm hitting the end grain. I'm going into end grain, so you've got to go that way with it. Right, so I'm rolling it slightly rolled. You might not see it as well. Sometimes I watch it on the camera and I think it don't even look like it's rolled over, but believe me, it is. Really control this cut. Don't let the tool run away from you. Right, stop that and move it out and see what I've got. Well, I thought that had gone through, it hasn't actually gone through. Right, and I've got a bit more depth to go there. But I am quite, I can go a bit thinner on that. You know, I thought I was thinner than that there. I can go a bit more.
What were you hearing?
Sorry?
I heard it as well.
Yeah, I can hear it, but I can't see. I think it is this.
Yeah.
It might come out, it might stay in. Yeah, I can see it the other side. Yeah, look.
You can see, yeah.
Yeah, that might stay in, it might come out. That's that paper thin bark, that can peel off. It'd be nice if it peels off of there really, but if it don't, it don't. Right, I've got more depth I can go deeper. That's good. See, we're gonna, no, I'm not really gonna cut the depth that way. I'm just gonna turn my cutter around so it's over. So it can't cut, then I can have a little check up on that depth. Okay, I've got a little bit more. Right, and I can obviously go a bit thinner down this side as well. So I'm just stop and have a look. Right. I think I'm near pretty much deep enough. I'd like to come a bit thinner on this side here. Right, and come a little bit thinner. I can keep going thinner, I ain't got to worry about flexing because of the shape. It's not going to really flex at all. And not only that, because of the speed, centrifugal forces are working for me, not against me. I hope I'm not blocking anything. I've actually got my cutter slightly rolled over. Slightly rolled over, so I'm getting that push cut. Right, I've got a feeling that's going to be thin enough. So I'm going to come in and that's it, we got rid of it. Right, now, that was the last cut was a push cut going that way. I can't go that way because this wing's going to be up, and as I get down there, it's going to grab. So I'll go that way. But as I said before, when you get down to the curve, where it starts to come around onto the bottom, that's where the chisel will try to run away from you. Okay, to try and take over. You've just got to control it and be prepared for it. Because it's a bit like, if you're starting there, to come out, you'll get a skip back. So if you're going in, it wants to run, it wants to go faster than what you're letting it go. Just be prepared for it and you'll have full control, no catches, no problems, beautiful clean finish. There we go. Got nice thin sides, thin right down to there, nice on the bottom. We haven't got any tear out. It's all nice in there. It's not going to be the easiest thing to sand, but there's got to be some idiot here who put his fingers in there, wouldn't there?
That's not me. So that's right in my way.
Right. There's always someone prepared to put their fingers in something like this. What?
Yeah, there it is.
See, always me, isn't it? That's better. No, it's going to try. I'm not actually getting my finger in there, so it's just the paper, look. It really doesn't need much sanding, guys. There we go, look at that. This is just the power of the paper. I'm not going to actually whack my fingers in there because that wouldn't be very nice. But if I roll it over tight enough, and if I go here, it'll keep throwing it round. If I go on the top, see the paper's there, so that's all right, okay, because it's going over. Now my finger's going a little bit inside, but it's all right. Now we really don't need a lot of sanding on this. I've got such a good finish cut. I really did. It's just that bit wanting to grab it. Pack it up, or I'll cut you off. Right, okay, that's going to do. That's going to do. I think. Yeah, I think that's going to do. Because otherwise, I'm going to. I can't get. Yeah, that's beautiful in there. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm going to put some oil in that. And I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to put it over a chuck and take that bottom off. That should come off all right, I reckon. That's why with something like this, you've got to get that clean cut, and the only way you get that, like I said, I can't really get I could probably get a spindle gouge bolt. Well, I wouldn't get a bowl gouging. I wouldn't even really try. Really, be a bit silly. You're asking for a catch. Could probably get a spindle gouge in there, but to run it round properly. No, I'll get to the bottom and get a... But because you've got the roundness of this, that really is basically the only tool that's...
It's made for
so,
it, isn't it?
How can I say? It's not the only tool that can do it, but it's probably the only tool that could do it totally catch-proof. You wouldn't get a catch. If you use it the way I've just shown you how to use it, you won't get a catch. Okay? That's basically what I want to say. You won't get a catch with it. Bit more on the outside because all the oil on it won't hurt. This is a very dark piece. This is very antique looking. Yeah. Like this. It's looking like a nice piece actually. Right, I'm just going to get a bit of kitchen towel just to give that a little. Right, got this bit of paper bark, that's it, it's gone. This has got it on here, but I'm reluctant to try and peel it off.
That. It looks nice with the little.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a shine to it, so. Yeah. But that's nice in there. Look, you can see, guys. That's a nice finish in there. Right, okay, I'm going to take it off. Now, we haven't really marked that, but I don't know that I want that. I could probably just clean that foot up and keep it on there. We'll see. Right, I need to get that on a set of jaws. So, I don't think I need to, oh, that's it. I don't really need to make up any jam chucks for it as such. And personally, I think this set with
the matting,
a bit of router matting over it is going to do the job. Right, now that's going to be dependent on if I can find the centre. I don't know, I'm going to actually open these a little bit. Right, I think that's going to be alright. Now, a good tip here is if you want to put a couple of rubber bands around, it's just to stop this from flapping around at the back. Do it now before you bring your twirly birdie bit up. Otherwise you can't put them on there. That just stops that flapping about too much. They won't stop it completely, but it stops some of it. Right, I'm going to have to put a
centre.
I'm going to have to put a centre in just to hold that on. Okay, and I'll put this chisel back. I'm done with that. We've got it hollowed. Right, okay, now then, I think I'll be taking that foot completely off of there. So I'm going to just bring a point up. Right, I can see now. This is just going to be done by eye.
By you.
Yeah, by eye. Eye. Well, I've got to find the centre of it. Pretty much. There you go. That's fairly close. Close enough. That's about as good as it's going to get. Right, okay. I think everything's going to hold on okay there. Right, what I might do is just turn it down a little bit just to give it a chance. Right, okay. Turn it back up a little bit. Right, this is just flapping, hitting that. It's no harm. It's just a bit of router matting, but oh, it's all right actually. It doesn't even hurt. There we go. That's all good. Right, I'll just get my helmet on and I'll do a bit of that. Right, I'm just going to take this off with a spindle gouge. Can't see a lot actually. There we go, bring that up there. That's better. Just slicing in, take little slicing cuts. That's the movement, is that, okay? It's not, I'm not pushing in, it's this movement, you just do that. Well, nice and clean there. What I'm going to do is come up right on this edge and pick up the cut, roll it in, come along, keep the cut going, keep it going. If you lose the cut, just come back and roll it and pick it up again. There we are. Right, I'm going to bring this in a little bit more. I'm a bit tight now with my spindle gouge. I'm going to do a little bit of this. That's a lovely finish already anyway. Right, I think I want to just taper that in a little bit more. Just scoop it in a little bit more in the middle, towards the middle bit there. Right, now, yeah, it's going to start. I've gone on to that bit, so I'm okay. I did sand that first, so I can stop it, and I can take that off. It's basically come off. Look, my center's come out of it, so I can come out. That's only half of it there, and I'm going to just sand that off because that's it. It's done. It's done. And I'm going to take me twirly bit out because it's got a pointy bit on the end, which pointy twirly don't do you any good. Right, move that out, and because I've got my drill here, bit of 180 paper. Before I take it off of here, so that way I can Right, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, it went through the bed. It's all right. It didn't land on my bed. It went through it. Bit of oil won't hurt anyway. Right, we're going to go for a nice little coat all over it while it's held like that. Nicely held in place for me. Right, and like I said guys, normally I would just leave it on there and then come back later and do another little bit of an oiling, but because it's on the video I'm gonna just give it a little look at that beautiful bottom there, beautifully finished. That's it. I only opened that a tiny bit, but it made a nice jam chuck for me. Okay, and I didn't get any marks on the inside. There we go. That all sits nice. It is a level base, in case anyone was wondering, thinking I might have scooped it. I didn't. Right, there we go. Bit of router matting. Get the white one. It doesn't mark. The black one can tend to leave marks on it. These jaws are absolutely fantastic for gripping things like that. They really are. What am I doing? I'm taking that off. And like I said, I've got all these jam chucks that can go in there as well, and I can put bowls so I can get quite deep into bowls because these jaws are lovely. They make some good jam chucks out with these. Right, there we go. Right, okay, so
that's it, polish it all off.
Polish it off.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this, whoever sent it. I would really appreciate if you just drop me an email.
Yeah.
But if you want to stay anonymous, then that's fair enough. Yeah. I don't mind.
We're quite interested in all that laser stuff at the moment as well.
Yeah, we are. So, right, anyway, guys. Carl, look at that. There's another. Oh, some of those bits of laburnum. I've got to thank Alan again for all this laburnum he gave me. But they are. Look, I love the way that turned out. Kept me little knot hole there.
Hole.
My little rippled bit of bark. Okay. I've got everything nice flat bottom on that one. We didn't need a foot. And obviously you see I couldn't sand that, but that's got, there's no torn grain, there's nothing inside that. That's got a beautiful finish inside. Okay, lovely and smooth. Beautiful. There we go, guys. Okay. And that is a hole. I can actually just see that there. That's like a little hole there.
Yeah.
So, right, okay, guys. I'll see you on the next one then. Toodle pip.
Bye, guys.